What's up, guys? It's the old fart nugget, and I'm still getting comments on my last few videos. So, I guess I'm a Dead by Daylight YouTuber now. Not good. But what's today's video gonna be about? Well, I'm gonna be double dipping a little bit. In my video where I talked about uninstalling the game, which was total clickbait, you know that if you watch the video for like the first 10 seconds or so. But I'm going to be going back into some topics from that, but I'm going to expand upon them a bit more. I'm going to talk about why I think BHVR is an inherently evil company that hates their player base. Now, it's very strong, but I have very strong feelings about it. So, let's not waste your goddamn time. Let's just get into it. This first part is going to be a quick assessment to make, okay? If you've played Dead by Daylight for years and you love this game like I do, that shouldn't be a reason to defend this company. It is not the same fucking people that made the game you love. These are a bunch of different people that were hired, okay? So, if you're gonna jump in and be like, oh, well, I love this game, so... No. You love the game that was created a while ago. The people that are working on it right now had fuck all to do with that. So, I just need to get that out of the way. It pisses me off when I see people talk about BHVR like it's the same company. Some people talk about them like it's still an indie company, and that shit drives me up the wall. They're not independent. In fact, these motherfuckers are dapping up with Disney and Netflix, so I don't want to hear anything about things they can't do for money reasons, or, oh, just see them as people, just be nice to them as people. No, they're product churning machines nowadays, so I'm gonna talk about them and treat them like one, because they treat me like a soulless consumer. Now that I got that out of my system, let's get into the first category, which is directly built off of what I just said. Oh, we're gonna talk about skins again, you best believe it. So apparently today, as of me recording this, they dropped this skin of Hanako from, I think that's how you say her name, from Silent Hill F, and everyone seems to be really mad that she doesn't have voice lines, and she's still a $15 skin. They're pimping and hoeing you, dude. Did you just now catch on? I've been seeing the pimping and hoeing for years, and now these people are like, oh, I can't believe they put out a skin that's expensive. Dude, I was there when they dropped the Krampus skin, or whatever the first $15 one was, and I was like, that's it? It's a skin for $15? Are they fucking nuts? And it works. People buy them. They'll buy them and then complain that they're not any good. And it's no wonder, too. A few years back, BHVR made all of the holiday-themed skins, and even some that aren't really themed for a holiday, they made them limited time so you feel pressured to buy them. This is what they call FOMO, or fear of missing out bait. It's very fucking lame. Any company that does this is a soulless product pumping machine. They don't make real video games with passion and effort put into it. They do it all for money. Now, I understand you have to get money so you can keep making your products and you can keep making your game, but there's a pretty big difference between taking money to improve your game and pimping and hoeing your audience. This is bitch slapping your audience. It's beyond pimping and hoeing. It's ridiculous. The fact that people complain about it and didn't get overturned shows that they don't give a singular fuck about you. So, going back, don't defend them for this shit. Always rip their ass for their greedy practices. I even have some better advice. Let's just be real here. Going out about skins isn't gonna make this game better. You need to put your money where your mouth is, and if you actually want change, not buy them every time they come out. Either don't buy them at all, or buy them like me. Very, very stingily. Only if it's something that really speaks to you. I have some insider information you might not have heard before about BHVR's headquarters. Did you know that in order to get a job there, you have to not only know nothing about Dead by Daylight, but also have a sub 70 IQ? That's true. Look it up. You want to talk about ignorance, incompetence, general lack of knowledge of their own fucking product. Like, if you're gonna have me pay money for it, at least know what you're doing a little bit, dude. There's so many examples I could list off. How about the one time on their stupid, retarded community live streams where they tell hipster millennial self-deprecating jokes for like an hour straight and expect me to laugh at it? How about on one of those where they were talking about stats on slugging on the game, which is a map with a bunch of pallets, and if a survivor goes down under a pallet, you can't pick them up, lest they'll throw one on you, and you have to win the chase all over again, because you'll drop the survivor, right? You play Dead by Daylight, probably. I shouldn't have to explain this to you. I'm explaining it because if one of the developers are watching, there you go! There's the fucking reason! Look, I'm playing up my anger a little bit to be entertaining, but this shit is genuinely obnoxious. What do you mean you don't know why people are left on the ground for longer on that map? Like, You're the ones making the game. I shouldn't have to explain this shit to you. I've heard this saying before, don't attribute something to malice when it could easily be attributed to stupidity. But, I mean, once again, these motherfuckers are the same company charging you like $15 for a skin. So yeah, I'm gonna attribute it to malice. If you're working on a video game and you don't know basic mechanics in your own video game, and you wanna fucking charge me $15 for skins, I'm gonna assume it's malicious. A lack of knowledge at that level really speaks to me as a lack of care. So they might as well be trying to piss us off. There's a strange sentiment that's been going around for years, probably since the very beginning of this game's lifespan, that Dead by Daylight isn't competitive and that it's a party game. Now, my answer to that is, who the fuck is putting this game on at a party? You'll get laughed out the door. This game for socially inept weirdos like me and you, not for party people or normies. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves here. It's killers versus survivors. A competition. It's competitive. Now, if you ask the developers this, they'd probably give you some retarded bullshit in-between answer, where they're like, oh, well, for some players it's competitive, for some players it's casual, because their balance changes are all over the goddamn place. They'll buff a character for being too weak, and then they'll nerf another weak character for being unfun or some stupid shit like that. And it's like, so is it a competitive game or not? If it's a competitive game, you're only gonna nerf the high tiers and buff the low tiers. Why would mid to low tier killers ever get nerfed if this game was supposed to be competitive? Now, if you really think it's casual, then why are there official tournaments with money on the line for it? The company that makes this game actually hosts tournaments. So obviously it's competitive too. The answer, in my opinion, how to fix this is, just like I said in one of my previous videos, just make a ranked and casual mode for this game. Some people don't like that idea. They say divide the player base, but the player base is already fucking divided. The compies and the regular normal people that play this game for fun, like, they already hate each other. So you might as well just make two separate lobbies for ranked and casual. And this could also went into the last category of like complacency, laziness, ignorance, but there hasn't been any meaningful changes to this game for like months. And this is a live service game. They constantly add new shit to it, and a lot of the time the new shit is nonsensical, broken, overpowered, and they don't go back and fix it anytime soon. Like, this game is in a really stale, really torturous meta. I have not been playing this game at all, especially as killer, and it sucks. This used to be one of my favorite games. Now, why is this such a big deal? Because the casuals don't care. The people who hop on this game like once every 3 months whenever they put out a new DLC, try the new DLC, go, oh, that's so cool, buy some skins, and then put the game back on the shelf until the next release comes out. They don't gotta suffer along with this. They're not even real fans of the game. They just come to it every time there's a new DLC to spend money. And obviously, I'm not bashing anyone for not being autistic about a game. All I'm gonna say, though, is these are the players' behaviors catering towards. With all the stupid on-rails ass changes they're making for survivors that just make the game play itself, and all the killers with basic, bland, copy and paste powers. So if you're good with one killer, you'll probably be good with this new killer, Jason. Good with Huntress, you're gonna be good with him. Same with you'll be good with Springtrap. They're all the same fucking killer, copy and pasted. Now that's really good for someone who doesn't play this game much at all, but for someone like me who actually wants something new to experience, a new power to play around with, I don't want the same killer over and over again. Now you might be wondering, why is this such a big fucking deal? Why does me being autistic about a video game make the developers bad people? Is there another video game that's gonna take over Dead by Daylight's thunder? Do they have to play it safe? Do they have to be money-grubbing fucking assholes? No, every game that's like Dead by Daylight lives for like 3 months and then it dies immediately. The new Halloween game is gonna get beat out by Dead by Daylight. Whatever this, like, I think it's called Circus Hunt or something, whatever it's called, Carnival Hunt. That shit's not gonna last more than like 3 months, I'm willing to bet. So I really don't understand why they play it so safe. It's just really disrespectful to people like me who've been there when this game has broke through and did crazy new shit that was awesome. What's funny is I think if they kept doing new, fresh ideas, it would also probably entertain the casuals. My problem is that doing this repetitive copy and paste nonsense for killer designs or doing these shitty balance changes, they'll please the casuals and they'll piss off the real fans, right? The people that play this game all the time, play it religiously like I used to. But if you do it the other way around, you're not going to alienate the casuals, really. The casuals are probably going to play it no matter what. This is probably the biggest horror game out right now, if I had to guess. It's definitely the biggest multiplayer horror game. Now, you might be saying those last two topics might be kind of bad, or maybe I'm just being a little bitch about it, but before you type up your little fucking comment, yeah, I can hear you, let's talk about some real evil shit this company did recently. You probably heard about this if you care at all about this game or the community, but they laid off apparently 95 people, including the guy who did the advertising campaign for The Unknown, which is generally regarded as one of the best build-ups to releasing a killer. I mean, it's definitely better what they did for Jason. They had to stare at a cabin for 13 hours. Well, I had it on the background for 2 hours, then said fuck it. But some people actually stayed up late and watched that shit just to be told Jason's coming in the game. Like, thanks, guys. Fucking assholes. 13 hours. So, yeah, they laid off a guy who made a genuinely interesting, engaging series of in-universe text messages and phone video recordings implying a new killer coming to the game, and then the reveal is genuinely scary, and the chapter is one of the better regarded ones recently. You're gonna fire him and make the community stare at a cabin for 13 hours? You can go fuck yourself. That's what you can do. Oh, and fun fact, for all you out there with an AI hate boner, I'm not much of an AI hater myself, but I don't like the idea of it replacing humans. Behavior uses AI to help them code the games, and I don't know what that says to you, but to me it says that they're definitely okay with laying off a human being and replacing them with a robot. I don't see why not. They get rid of a guy who came up with one of the most beloved marketing campaigns in the game's history, and then did some stupid shit with a cabin that lasted 13 hours. It's just basically a still image for 13 hours with little shit happening in between. I don't see why they wouldn't replace a person with a robot. I mean, we've already talked about how they prioritize money over everything else. All I'm saying is the precedent's there. Now, obviously, it's just speculation, but coupling with the fact that they laid off many people, like, come on. I see people in the Dead by Daylight community still mad that the band Ice 9 Kills used AI for one promotional image, and the artists were okay with it. They didn't lay off anyone to do that. So, if we're gonna weigh who's worse here, why don't you fucking tell me, huh? Turning a blind eye to behavior's misdeeds is actually very important for our next topic. Alright, now I'm gonna preface this part by saying this is all over a video game. I don't have genuine distaste towards any of these people. I just want to clown on them real quick for being fucking bootlickers. Now, everybody knows the regular shills like hens, motherfucking spooky loops, just basically any Dead by Daylight YouTuber that went to that 10th anniversary stream. I would say Otsdarva is a bit of a shill nowadays. He's nowhere near as critical as he used to be on the game. I mean, he's got that behavior money, okay? They're paying him. I can't really blame him. He's getting the bag. I'd probably be like them too if I had the opportunity. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't. But there's one particular shill that showed up in the audience that kind of upset me more than everyone else. Now, I want to preface, once again, this is all over a video game, and I still think the guy makes good videos, but I'm going to go in on him a little bit. Pixel Bush, stop polishing it, stop doing tricks on it. I heard you were very critical about the repetitive power design, then Jason comes out and you make a video fucking glazing him. You're defending this shit, man. You know why you're defending it? Because they flew you out so you could go to their 10-year birthday party. Now, I still fuck with his videos. They're very well done, very well researched, but I saw recently in my recommended, I got a video from him talking about could this be Dead by Daylight's best year ever? Are you fucking high, dude? We playing the same game right now? Dead by Daylight is in the worst state it's ever been, in my opinion, fucking ever. And he's making videos like this probably because he got flown out. Look, if it walks like a shill, talks like a shill, and motherfucking defends like a shill, I'm gonna call it a shill, okay? You can prove me wrong, please do. Art the Clown being confirmed is cool, but everybody saw it coming. Behavior can get fucking anybody in the game at this point, and I guess the graphics update is cool, but I don't care how this game looks. It plays like shit. There's been no announcements to improve the actual gameplay, and that's the problem I have with the game right now. And before anyone jumps on me and is like, oh, he's criticizing the new event, everybody's criticizing the new event. You know why my video on it probably didn't do as good as my other two? Because it's fucking oversaturated. I'm sure behavior's okay with people doing it at this point. I'm sure the shills have the past to. Look, they wouldn't make it so the shills literally can't criticize anything because it'd be too obvious then. Now, were you born fucking yesterday? Do I really have to explain that to you, that the shills can criticize the game very slightly? They just can't talk about any serious structural problems or suggest any real changes that actually matter be made. Instead, they're supposed to talk about, like, tunneling and camping and shit like that. Now, let's real quick get to the outro before I lose all my goodwill to get that sweet, sweet behavior money. Look, my video where I talked about uninstalling the game was a joke. I mentioned that in the first, like, 10 seconds or whatever, but is it really, though? I've been playing it less and less. I might as well have uninstalled it. I'm just getting on it to get my daily rewards, and then I immediately turn this shit off. I'm not fucking playing it. This game just gets worse and worse. The people make it just make me more angry and even angrier every fucking update. And I just can't for the life of me understand how the Dead by Daylight community can be so whiny and bitchy without actually holding the developers accountable. It's like, they'll whine and bitch about losing the game. They'll go, fuck behavior, I just lost this match, fuck behavior. And then when I'm on Twitter, I'll like, yeah, I hate behavior. I think these retards should lose their jobs because they're not good at making video games. They're like, whoa, dude, that's too far. And it's like, is it? If I catastrophically fuck up at my job, I'll get fired. They do it every day and they keep their jobs. It's insane to me. Look, I know how mean and cruel that sounds, but I'm a paying customer. The way things are going right now are ridiculous. Whoever the fuck is in charge, they need to shit can them. Everybody agrees this game is in a rut right now, but nobody wants to come to the conclusion that the solution are the people who are making the game. It's nobody else's fault. Only one studio is making this game. Who else can we blame? Can we keep blaming the fucking community? No, even though I think they're part of the problem, I think the head of the problem is whoever the hell is coming up with these retarded ideas. For this video, I'm not gonna do any sappy, wholesome bullshit. The video's just gonna end here. I'm fucking tired, boss. Just get me out of this shit.